Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. This is our penultimate walking tour video, and here we cover the neighborhood of Cedar Grove. Reading from the wiki, Cedar Grove is an upper-class residential neighborhood which takes its name directly from a New Jersey suburb. It's controlled by the Colombian cartel and is home to some of the more wealthy residents of Liberty City. It consists of lavish mansions with swimming pools and fast sports cars in the driveways. Um, there's also a tunnel that comes from one side of Cedar Grove and seems to go to another road. We talked about this a little bit, this inaccessible tunnel at the end of the last video. And let's just go ahead and get ourselves, get ourselves oriented. So Cedar Grove has some really kind of funky boundaries. So I'm in Cedar Grove right now, and I'm largely just going to cover the parts of Cedar Grove that I think were intended to be Cedar Grove. So here's Cedar Grove here, but behind me is Cochrane Dam, so we tackled this already. But again, like it's just a big rectangle, like many of the other neighborhoods, and that rectangle includes stuff that really I don't think was intended to be Cedar Grove. So like right here, there's no houses down here, um, but this is technically Cedar Grove, this little stretch of roadway. So we come back here, and at some point we're in Cochrane Dam. Then we get to Cedar Grove here. Since we're here, we'll say that there's a package here on the left-hand side. And then continuing, at some point, this Cedar Grove becomes Wichita Gardens. So yeah, this tunnel right here is part of Wichita Gardens. We'll talk about it in the Wichita Gardens video. Yeah, so big rectangle, and I'm just going to cover, like, essentially the two main roads that are in Cedar Grove. The Cedar Grove also includes the Kirby Road, but basically two main roads. Okay, so let's take a look. We're gonna have lots of houses here, lots of very fancy houses. So we got this pink one here, and I think that this is the one where there's the rocket launcher on the roof. Yeah, right there. Yep. Okay, and so we got this fancy area here and a nice pool here. Looks pretty shallow. Why don't they add some more water? Why does it also look like it's higher here than it is in this corner? I guess the pool just gets deeper. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know what I'm looking at. Let's keep on trucking. Okay, so all the way around the pink house, it's got its own private one-car garage. Cool, cool. And heading back to the main road here. And continuing east. Hello, Colombian friend. Okay, another house here with a standalone garage. This one has a package on the porch. And we'll just check out the backside. This one, which is where we find the pool. I end up, I think, driving through this backyard as I'm doing the, oh no, it's not this backyard, it must be the next one. Yeah, the next one, as I'm doing the exchange, just a nice little shortcut. Okay, let's keep going up here, and let's down this way. This is a steep set of stairs, my goodness. In fact, that's the one we just came from. Let's keep going. Buds, leave me alone. Oh, this one's for sale. I wonder how much it costs. John Holmes. We saw his advertising signs over in Portland. Okay, another standalone garage here. A weapons pickup. I guess that's an AK. I think that's an AK. Right, this one here. Oh, it wasn't an AK. I guess it was this one. Yeah, it was the M16. You'd think after 1,500 hours in this game, I'd be able to recognize what the weapons pickups represent. I'm stuck. All right, so here's another pool in the backyard. Each of these guys has pools. Awesome. Okay, and stuck. Super stuck. All right, let's keep on trucking on this main road, and we'll just make our way east and then circle around to the opposite side. You know, there's essentially these two parallel roads, and we're on one of them, and the other one is to the south of us. Okay, so here's the end of this road. And here is the other end, of, like ostensibly the other end of that tunnel that you can't access. We saw it in the last video, in the Cochrane Dam video. Yeah, so I will explore this end of the Cochrane, of this inaccessible tunnel in a future video. Yeah, it's got to be in the future for where I dropped this one in this series. There is an off-road mission that has a bunch of Coronas up here. It starts down there in the park. Where's the park? Somewhere down there. And technically, I'm sliding. How do I get myself into this mess? Can I go backwards up this hill? I can go backwards. So technically, the park is part of something. Did we do it? We did it. The park is part of Cedar Grove, but we'll cover it obviously in the Wichita Gardens video. Okay, continuing down here, look out, look out. It's all very dangerous for GTA failure. I should have stolen the cartel cruiser that we saw there because I need one. Don't actually need one, but it makes it easier to get in to Catalina's mansion. So let's do that now. Okay, so the mansion, the door isn't supposed to open up unless I'm in a cartel cruiser. How did I come in here? That's pretty cool. So did it open up for me because I had this cruiser? Why is it opening? I don't understand. I thought it only opened if you had a cruiser. Yeah, okay. All right, so I think it's just because the cruiser was within close proximity. All right, so here we go into the mansion here. I've got the camera there on the right-hand side. And we'll just tool around a little bit in here. I know I tooled around in here in another video that's probably coming up, but anyway, I got a tool everywhere. There's a armor pickup right here. That's convenient. During the exchange, the final mission, this area is featured quite prominently, and there's another fixed Colombian cartel cruiser in that garage. There's a pool around the back along with a hidden package right down here. Gotta put some water in this pool. I'm getting hot from all this running around in these walking tour videos. Okay, so I think we're good here with this section of the map. Let's get out of here. Okay, and we'll keep going and check out some of the mansions on our right-hand side. So we got a fixed, what is this, cheetah? Okay, and then back here there's a, no, there's not anything. I thought there was like maybe a hidden package, but I get my houses confused here. Okay, all good. Oh, there's a little entrance between these two. Who knew? I had no clue. Okay, so this one's got the pool in the backyard right up here. Very nice. I think all these folks need to add some water to their pools. Yeah, so single standalone garage there, and I really didn't know that it was possible to go between one of the front-facing houses, like these ones, and these ones that I call the rear-facing houses. But there's a crossover. I think I did make that crossover, but by doing a jump over a low bush in my speed run. Okay, let's keep heading west on this road. Checking out the next house. Oh, also for sale. Man, John is doing a killing here. All right, fixed Landstalker here. You got the standalone garage here. Right behind it is a rampage. That's a flamethrower rampage where you got to take out Colombian cartel. Got the nice pool in the background, backyard. And this is how I cross over from the front houses to the back houses in my speedrun days. Is I just jump off of this thing and just barely clear this bush here. Okay, let's take one last look at the house. Oh, the hidden package, can't forget that one right there. And let's keep heading west. Looks like the last home is coming up here. Oh, you can get out here too. I didn't know that. It's another way to get from front to back is through that entry there. Okay, so we've already explored this house when we were on the other side of this road. So we'll check out the last house. I think this is the last house in our tour. So we got this stinger here. Another standalone garage. These garages look very similar to each other. And this is the house where I use it as a shortcut during the last mission. Of course, it's got a pool. That's quite nice. Hidden package in the backyard. And oh, maybe this is the one that I jump here. No, it was the other one. Okay, so this is the one where when I leave Catalina's mansion during the exchange, I take this little shortcut here to head directly to the dam, which is you can go down there or you can continue through this backyard. Okay, so then I think we leave. There's some more billboards here, and then I think we leave Cedar Grove at some point on this bridge. So now we're in Cochrane Dam territory. Okay, let's head back and just check out the sign here. All right, so Cedar Grove is that way. I thought Cedar Grove was behind us here. That sign is messed up. Wichita Gardens is definitely not that way. Okay, let's keep going this way. A zip billboard there to the right, and we'll head down my least favorite road in the entire game. This curvy road right here, just full of angry Colombian cartel members. And this is the road that I worked desperately to avoid when I was repeatedly trying the paramedic mission here in Shoreside. Okay, so a couple of fixed spawn locations here. There's that adrenaline pill, there's a fixed stallion, a fixed banshee over here, and a couple of billboards. There's a backup rampage location behind one of these billboards here. You got to take out like purple nines or red jacks or something. I think you got to hit them in the heads. Okay, and then at some point, this becomes Wichita Gardens. So there's that dividing line. Yeah, right there. Okay, so we don't need to tackle anything else here. So we're back in Cedar Grove, and then at some point we got to get over to Wichita Gardens again, right? All right, so technically still in Cedar Grove. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. This is Wichita Gardens. Come on. All right, so anyway, so we'll say that this rampage is Cedar Grove's property. That's the, again, the one where you got to take off the heads of the red nines and purple jacks. Nice billboard here, squid. And again, I don't understand it, but we're still in Cedar Grove. Like there's Shoreside. Oh wait, Shoreside Vale is just generic. It means I'm on a boundary. So Wichita Gardens here, but then when you get to the park, which is definitely Wichita Gardens, it's going to tell us that it's Cedar Grove. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, I can't stomach that. Even though we got to tour the park, we got to do it in the Wichita Gardens video. Doesn't make sense to do it here. Okay, so the last thing I'll mention here in Cedar Grove is the Cedar Ridge Observatory. You can see it up there in the distance from the GTA3 website. See the stars or pollution. Oh, that's a good advertising slogan. And then according to the wiki, this is an observatory appearing in GTA3 and Liberty City Stories on top of Cedar Ridge. The observatory is purely decorative and is normally inaccessible to the player, though it may be possible to get there via cheats. I'm going to do my best to get you a nice view of this observatory, but this is about as close as I can get here in this particular video. If the player manages to reach there, the ground is not solid, so the player cannot land on or near it. The observatory is featured on Rockstar's site for GTA 3. So let's take a zoomed in look at the observatory. Really not much to see. It's quite plain. The texture is very bland, almost seems like unfinished. But anyway, there's the observatory and a little antenna. Turns out it's too high to get to the observatory using the dodo. It's above the dodo's height limit. But I'm going to do my best in a future video to try to get you a little bit closer than I am right here. So I think that's about all there is to say about Cedar Grove. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.